The San Francisco 49ers, y'all. Things are getting real spicy if you can read between the lines. Trey Lance named the 49ers starting quarterback, but what he wasn't was named one of their 6 team captains. Head coach Kyle Shanahan explained the move, saying, quote, "I just didn't want to put 7 on there. Deebo Samuel was 8. We just wanted to go with 6. They don't allow 8 to the coin toss, I don't believe," close quote. In case y'all aren't confused, I am. So Trey Lance not named team captain because they didn't want to go with 8. But Trey Lance would have made 7. The rest don't allow 8 at the coin toss, so he just went with 6. I can't make it make sense. Yeah. But, Joy, what I know is this much. Trey Lance not being named a captain, it is a huge issue to me because as someone who spent far too many years in locker rooms with different captains at different levels, you know you have to follow your captain. What do you make, and do you have an issue with Trey Lance not being named captain?
Yeah, I have an issue with him not being named captain. I think that there's this constant delay with the Niners to turn the team over to Trey Lance. And it started from the moment that they took him. Because when they made the draft pick, everyone was like, oh, my God, they're done with Jimmy Garoppolo. He's going to be gone. They're going to move on to Trey Lance. They're into the new era. All the reasons why you would move on from Jimmy Garoppolo are debatable. Some people like him more than others. You can go on forever about it. But they made the decision to trade up to get Trey Lance, and we know what they gave up to get him. And ever since then, it's been the slow drip to letting him be the starter. Is he going to be the starter or not? Now he's not the captain. You still have Jimmy Garoppolo on the team. I don't understand this, game that Shanahan and the Niners are playing. And they used to really be an organization that was very buttoned up. We never got leaks from them. It was never chaotic. There were not really a lot of questions about how they were running things. And now I just feel like it's this shy game that they're playing with Trey Lance, which would make me think that he's not ready to play. But then you keep saying he's ready to play, so I don't know what to believe.
Yeah, I'm confused. I'm about as confused as I am as realizing, Dave, just a second ago, you're left-handed.
I am left-handed. Wow, yeah, good way to pay attention to the details.
No idea.
I don't know if that's worth breaking into the show.
A little bit. I mean, I've known you for 6 years, and I just now found out you're left-handed. It matters. Anyway, does it matter that Trey Lance wasn't named a team captain by Kyle Shanahan?
It would bother me if Trey Lance was a captain of this team. I think y'all are being silly, man. That's what I keep going back. No.
He said silly.
Trey Lance has never been an NFL starter. And as you love to point out, he didn't have that long of a college career either.
Yeah.
I'm not being patronizing. He's a kid. And he's on one of the most badass and experienced teams in the NFL. Like the Niners, who were coming off an NFC title game run, who made it to the Super Bowl a couple years ago, who have been in the playoffs on a regular basis for most of the last decade. Do you know who the captains are?
Talk to me.
Because I do.
Let me hear.
Captains are.
Let me hear.
Captains.
George Kittle,
bang,
maybe the best tight end in the league. Trent Williams, probably the best left tackle in the league. Dog. Jimmy Ward, who's been there for 9 years. He's been there for 9 years. Nick Bosa, one of the best pass rushers in the league. Eric Armstead, who not a Pro Bowler, but a veteran and a good player on that team. Who's he replacing? I would be bummed out if Kyle Shanahan forced him into that group of, and I forgot Fred Warner, by the way. Sorry, Fred Warner, one of the best linebackers in the league.
That's my favorite.
Everyone on that list is incredibly deserving. We've been talking all week. The Niners don't need this badass quarterback to get them over the hump. They just need Trey Lance to not get in the way. I don't need Trey Lance on that list. And I think he probably needs to earn his way there. I do not have a problem.
Where you at, 2-5?
We finally agree. Wow.
That's weird.
It's been a while.
That's the least likely of the ones, I feel like.
I think, first of all, it helps him out because what has he done yet? He hasn't proven himself. So I'll take myself, if I'm in the locker room, just because your position doesn't make you a captain, right? Because he's the quarterback. You have to go out there and play. Earn the respect of the players in the locker room. Earn the respect of your coaches, the fans, the city. Come on. These people that are captains, the players, they've earned that right. So I just don't believe that just because you're their quarterback, right, we got to make you a captain because the players, they don't believe in that, and I don't believe in that either.
So I love where you're coming from, particularly on the offensive side of the ball. You played a long time in football. Let me give you a small pushback. I hate Trey Lance not being a captain. I think it's going to cost the San Francisco 49ers. I look at it like this. If you read books about being children, I'm the youngest on the set, so I can speak to being a child. I act childish at times. If you read books about children, you know this much. You want to empower children. If you are ordering at a restaurant with children and your child is capable, you want them to order to the waitress or waiter so that they learn how to enhance their ability to communicate and enhance their growth more rapidly and exponentially. That's just what scientists say. It's real simple. Give them more power because now you have to enhance the learning process. For me, I want to do the same thing with my quarterback. I want to give Trey Lance as much power and autonomy as possible because I want to enhance his ability to grow. If you don't make Trey Lance a captain, you are setting him up for failure. Look at what the Miami Dolphins did with Tua Tagovailoa for the last 2 years, not being named a team captain. And look at that. Now we're trying to replace Tua. You don't name him a captain. You keep Jimmy G behind him. Do not tell me that you're helping me if you are showing me that you're not. What do coaches always say? Your actions speak so loud, I can't hear what you're saying. While Kyle Shanahan is saying, to Joy's point, yeah, he's our guy. Trey Lance is our guy. Trey Lance is our guy. His actions are telling us he's not the guy. That's my problem.
Wait, I'm sorry. You said a lot. Wait, was that science you talked about? What was he saying? He said, I look at Joy like, what? Listen, I wasn't good in science, right? Obviously, but we talking about football here, right? Coach is not, he's saying our guy, but he's our quarterback. This is our quarterback. He's not.
What team have you ever played on where the quarterback wasn't a captain? I'll wait, and I'll be waiting all day.
Josh Allen.
You're talking about rookie Josh Allen?
Yeah. What you mean? Josh Allen.
Is Trey Lance a rookie? And don't tell me he's a rookie by play.
This is basically a rookie. This is his really rookie year. Yes.
Basically is the operative word.
Listen, man. Listen. You got to go earn that right, man. Like, as a player, if I'm your teammate, right, and I guess you're the quarterback and I'm a linebacker, and they name you the captain because you're a quarterback, I'm like, hold up.
Shady, were you a captain in Philly? Were you a captain in Philly?
No, I never was captain in Philadelphia, right? What you saying? Yo, my first time being a captain.
Got real quiet.
My first time being a captain was I was in Buffalo, right? Even though I earned it, but I should have, so I probably was doing all the right things off the field and like training and all that, but I was just balling. You get what I'm saying?
I feel you.
To be a captain, the captains we had was probably like, I don't know, like Jason Peters.
Yep, beast.
Brandon Graham, Jason Avant.
And our quarterbacks.
Who?
Vic was a captain. Nick Foles was a captain.
Vic was older. But
Nick Foles was a captain even before he earned it.
I don't think so. I don't think Nick Foles was a captain.
Can we check? Can we check? We'll get back to that. Can we check? Dave, we'll get back to that here in a second. Because the next question I really have is, do you think that Kyle Shanahan is hurting Trey Lance? He's kept Jimmy G there. He hasn't named Trey Lance a captain. Is Kyle Shanahan hurting or helping him?
I'll meet you halfway, and that's a nice way of not answering the question. I'll meet you halfway. I'm not sure if he's helping him, but I also don't think he's hurting him. Again, like everything that Kyle Shanahan has said.
If you're not helping, you're hurting. You're either getting better or you're getting worse.
Every action has
an equal and opposite. I thought you didn't know science, bruh. You just said to Shady
I didn't
that
say
y'all
I didn't know science. No. Shady said he didn't know science.
I didn't know that science he was talking about.
Emmanuel, I'm a doctor, okay?
You're right.
Don't forget that.
Relax. I know science. I still call 911. I can't. No. I don't agree with that. Everything has a consequence.
Sure.
This coffee has a consequence. Everything has a consequence. Everything you do. So it's not just nothing. It's not just neutral. And this is something that matters. Captains on teams matter. When Tua wasn't named the captain, I thought it was an important thing.
All right, actually, you helped me reach this point live on the air then I appreciate it. Like, he's helping him by being honest. Like, that's what I was going to say is Kyle Shanahan's been refreshingly honest about this whole thing.
Oh, I think the exact opposite.
Why?
I think this is a nonsense pie. I don't know what this is. Every week it's something different with the Niners and what's going on with Trey Lance. It has not been clear. It has not been direct at all. I don't know what it is. Is he good? Is he ready to play? Is it his team? I think if this was any other team, Jimmy Garoppolo would have been out of there immediately. They would have found a way to get him out.
I guess my point is they keep Jimmy, and he says, yeah, well, it worked out for everybody. And then they talk about Trey, like today, like not being voted a captain. He's like, I need guys to be with him even when he struggles. Like, even embracing the possibility that he could struggle is more than you get from a head coach in front of a microphone most of the time.
We see young guys be captains, though. Trevor Lawrence is a captain.
Absolutely.
Zach Wilson is a captain. Justin Fields is a captain. Mac Jones is a captain.
Y'all just named a bunch of quarterbacks that went on to garbage rosters and not garbage and not teams that
Shady, come get in on this. Get in on this.
No, I mean, them guys you talked about, they all played. They were an active roster.
I agree, which is why I always say you should play young quarterbacks. so you can find out what they are.
I wouldn't do that, but that's another topic. But real quick, we all love Andy Reid. We respect Andy Reid.
No doubt about it.
We all do, right? I'm sure America does. He doesn't pick captains, right? If you watch the Twin Calls, it'll be different guys every week. He has a thing called the veteran committee, right? The guys that the real leaders of the team, they come in there every week. Hey, coach, this is going on good. It's going on bad. Let's change this. Let's change that. But he doesn't do the captains. So y'all making this big thing about if he's a captain or not. It's like you got to earn the respect and the respect the players that he did have, not just captains, but the leaders that talk on the team.
But it's a little bit different, I would say, Shady, because in Kansas City, you know who your leaders are. So I don't have to tell you. I don't have to give you a title.
Who the leaders? You going to say Mahomes?
I'm going to say Travis Kelce. I'm going to say Chris Jones. I'm going to say Mahomes. Prior to this year, I'm going to say Ty Matthew.
Because they're the best players, right?
Sure, they're the best players, and they're also the most vocal.
But they're also
the most vocal.
The best players are always not the best leaders. You know that.
But if you're not the best, here's what I need. Here's what I need, and here's what I'm going to cut to it. I need the Niners to fake it. My guy, I need the Niners to fake it. I need them to fake it. Why? Fake it till you make it, because when you make it, you ain't got to fake it no more.
Oh,
right now, you're faking it. We already know Trey Lance is probably not going to be better than Jimmy G for the first half of the season. Shanahan
How
said
we know that?
Because Shanahan said it. Shanahan said in his quotes, and former All-Pro left tackle for the 49ers, Joe Staley, said the same thing. Well, you know, he's going to go through a lot of growing pains. Well, you got to give him time to go through growing pains. He's going to have to grow, growing pains. Shanahan is already giving a mattress for Trey Lance to fall on. He should struggle. He's a second-year player and, figuratively speaking, a rookie.
But that's my issue with this whole situation, is the idea of how all this is going. Yes, he should struggle. He would have struggled last year if he played. But you have to play him. You have to give him the runway. Eventually, you got to eat those bruises. Like, you got to walk into those punches with Trey Lance. You took him. You traded 3 draft picks to get him in the first round. He's the future of your organization. It's all this little shy stuff that's going on with the Niners that is confusing to me. And again, we're talking about a human being. This is a 22-year-old young man. That is a lot. The biggest thing that you said is this. I'm a Capricorn. I need consistency. I don't like wishy-washy stuff. I don't have no time for sometimey people. It infuriates my constitution. I can't deal with people that say one thing and do another. I don't have no time for it at any point in my life. You're talking about a 22-year-old man. I don't care if you're saying whatever to him in private. Oh, it's your team. We got your back. We're going to do everything to support you. Everything you're doing publicly is the opposite of that. So what are we supposed to think? What are Niners fans supposed to think? And most importantly, what is Trey Lance supposed to think?
So, I mean, like, it can't be his team.
Wait,
it can't be his team. No, because, like, I think that was pretty good. But I'm just saying, like, because it can still be your team, but without being a captain, like, y'all making this captain thing way bigger than that.
It's more than just the captain thing, though. This is just another cherry.
They gave him the team. Gave him the team. Gave him the car. Gave him everything he needs.
Here's what I believe, and I'll put a pin in it. We'll get back to it later on in the show. I believe this. If your quarterback is a captain, I can't guarantee you will win. I can't guarantee you will go far. But if your quarterback is not a captain, I can pretty much guarantee you ain't going to go all that far, because the team does not necessarily know who they are following as the leader. But before we head to break, a quick reminder, NFL Kickoff Week, though it is here, it is also sponsored by Las Vegas, your home for all live sports, every game, every